Chris, first of all, Ryan Bennett is a doubt with a thigh injury. What's the extent of that one?
Yes, it's something that he felt in the week, and we'll give him every opportunity. But I think that will be possibly a fitness test on Saturday, which is a blow because he's somebody that's been in very good form for us of late. So we'll see. But it's. We know we've got a very tough game Saturday, and of course you want as many people available as possible. But we'll have to wait and see on that. You
must now be extra relieved that you brought in Joseph Yobo in the transfer window.
Yes, and of course with Joseph it ended up being quite late in the window, as sometimes we have time to explain to individuals, sometimes we don't. It's very difficult bringing players in and getting the right players in, and we've worked very hard. I've had very good support from the board, but yes, we managed to bring him in quite late, and it was a position that we needed, of course, with Michael Turner still going to be out for another few weeks.
Final look back on the Cardiff game, Chris. When you walked off, was that one of the most frustrating defeats of the season?
Yes, and sometimes it takes a little while. Normally by Monday morning you've got to be focused and looking forward to planning the week for the Man City game. But it was a tough weekend, I must admit, because I think of the manner in which we lost the game. Certainly created enough chances to have won it, and conceded poor goals, and so yeah, very frustrating. You have to put that behind you, and we have to make sure and learn from that. But we need to certainly take the good aspects of the game forward into these last 14 games of the season.
I'm sure the lads didn't need much geeing up there, because all of them will want to be playing against Manchester City this weekend, a big game.
It's a big game, and you know, I've just finished a press conference, and of course, you know, the feeling press-wise, and I suppose those outside, is that most won't give us any chance of winning the game. I think we have to use that, and we have to use that apart from the obvious challenges, which are playing, of course, against the best teams, and certainly the most offensive team in the division at this particular moment. That has to be the excitement, that has to be the challenge. We're thankfully playing at home. We learnt the hard way that if you don't play well against them, what can happen. So there are lots of good reasons for us to want to do well on Saturday.
How much do you as a manager relish playing against teams like this, and players as professionals, how much do they look forward to it as well?
These are the games that you always look forward to, and I know our supporters look forward to, but you know, you have to be in the game, and we know how difficult it is because of the quality that they've got. But you have to make sure that you're in the game, that you can give them the game, that you can give yourself an opportunity, of course, to get something from the game. And you can only do all of that if you play well enough. And I think we realise that for us to get anything from the game, we're gonna have to play well. We hope they have not one of their better days, and we certainly hope they have one of their not such good days, because we didn't allow them to.
I'm sure you'll be looking for the sort of performance that we gave against Manchester City at Carrow Road last year. Even though we lost 4-3, it was a real showing from the lads, wasn't it? Yes,
it was certainly an exciting game. I mean, they showed such quality in an early period, and we were 2-0 down in a short period of time, and I think we certainly knew that we was in the game then, but we showed great spirit to come back from that one, and it was, I think, it's certainly one of the most exciting games that we saw here at Carrow Road. Certainly in my time here, you know, we would most definitely prefer not such excitement if it meant that we were going to get, you know, the points from the game. But what we have to do is, as I say, put ourselves in the best possible position, and that means trying to score goals. That means trying to work on some of the difficulties that we've had in games, but making sure and staying resilient.
And even though we lost home games against Chelsea and Manchester United earlier in the season, you took a lot of pride from those performances, something you'll replicate this Saturday, hopefully.
Well, the level of performance in them games were good. You know, ultimately we didn't get what we wanted to get and what we needed to get, which was the points. It's very difficult against the top teams, particularly the Champions League teams. But you have to endeavour to do that one. And the only way you can endeavour to do that one is by working hard, matching what the opposition have and what they're prepared to give. And I think it's knowing that the quality that they've got, they have got more quality than us. That's normal. They're a Champions League team, but certainly what we are capable of doing is matching them for organisation, determination, effort. And if we're prepared to do that, then we'll give ourselves chances. And if we can show that quality, then that always has to be the aim.
And a final sort of injury roundup. On a positive note, how happy were you to see Alex Tete get 90 minutes against Cardiff?
Yes, and Alex is a big player for us. The shame was he was playing well before the injury. His performance at Stoke, I thought, was perhaps one of his best of the season. So it was a blow for us when he got injured, particularly with Johnny Howson, missing out on games after that. We're hopeful, and we're certainly excited by a prospect of Johnny Howson coming back, and we'll find out fairly soon how long that will be. But really delighted to get Alex back in.
Do you have a rough timeline for Johnny and Michael Turner?
Now Michael's still going to be a few weeks. There's no doubt about that. With Johnny, it's a question of hopefully within the next week or so getting an all clear. If that's the case, it's how quickly he can push on. He's naturally a fairly fit lad anyway, is John. So if or any good news we get on John, I mean, that can't come quick enough, because he is a player that was, arguably certainly one of our better players before he got injured.
Is there a chance Johnny could make the Tottenham game on the 23rd?
That I don't know. Probably at this moment the answer would be no to that, because he has been out for a period of time, and even if there was good news regarding Johnny, he's missed an awful lot of football, and because of the nature of the injury, it's not as if he's been able to do a lot of work outside. He's really had to rest it. So likelihood is no, I would say, but we're hopeful of certainly some good news after that.